Shawn Rhoden was born on April 2, 1975, in Kingston, Jamaica. His journey into bodybuilding was not a direct one. Rather, it was shaped by a series of life events that led him to become one of the most celebrated athletes in the sport. Rhoden moved to the United States at a young age, where he was raised in the city of Morningside Park, New York. From an early age, Rhoden was involved in various sports and developed a passion for physical fitness. His early athletic interests were primarily focused on soccer and track and field, where he excelled due to his strong work ethic and competitive nature. Although Rhoden was naturally athletic, it wasn't until he reached adulthood that he began to explore bodybuilding seriously. He started lifting weights as a way to improve his athletic performance in other sports, but it quickly became clear that his physique was evolving in a way that would eventually lead him to pursue bodybuilding full-time. His time spent in the gym not only sculpted his muscles, but also ignited a newfound passion for strength training. Rhoden's transition from casual training to a more focused approach to bodybuilding was gradual, but by his early 20s he had fully committed to the sport. Despite initially struggling with his body image and doubts about whether he could make a name for himself in bodybuilding, Rhoden began to excel in local competitions. His natural musculature and well-balanced physique quickly garnered attention. However, he still had to overcome significant challenges, including limited financial resources and competition from athletes with more established reputations. With the support of his family and the growing encouragement of his friends, Rhoden continued to hone his skills and develop his physique. His focus on symmetry and aesthetics, rather than just mass, would become a hallmark of his future career. Early career and struggles. Shawn Rhoden's bodybuilding career began in earnest in the late 1990s and early 2000s. But it wasn't without significant challenges. In the early stages of his career he faced considerable competition, particularly from athletes who were more experienced and had more resources. Rhoden's first few years in the sport were marked by a string of near misses, as he placed lower in competitions like the NPC National Physique Committee shows, despite his impressive conditioning and well-developed physique. One of Rhoden's key struggles in the early part of his career was battling his own self-doubt. Despite his potential, he didn't immediately receive the recognition that many believed he deserved. He spent years working his way through the amateur bodybuilding ranks, participating in various competitions and learning from each experience. His body developed over time, but his career trajectory wasn't linear. In fact, his breakthrough into the elite ranks of bodybuilding would take longer than many anticipated. Shawn's persistence paid off in 2009 when he won his first professional competition, the IFBB International Federation of Bodybuilding Pro Card, securing his status as a professional bodybuilder. However, it was not an immediate leap into dominance on the international stage. Rhoden continued to compete in events like the New York Pro and Arnold Classic, making a name for himself among seasoned professionals. During this period, Rhoden began to refine his training techniques and build a reputation for his unique approach to symmetry, conditioning, and overall presentation. Although Rhoden had not yet made his mark at Mr. Olympia, the most prestigious bodybuilding competition in the world, he was beginning to garner the attention of industry experts, who were impressed by his sharp aesthetics, well-defined musculature, and his refined presentation during poses. Career peak in Mr. Olympia triumph. Shawn Rhoden's rise to prominence in the bodybuilding world reached its peak in 2018. When he achieved the ultimate success, winning the Mr. Olympia title. After years of persistence, hard work and dedication, Rhoden captured the coveted title at the age of 43, becoming the oldest bodybuilder to ever win Mr. Olympia at that time. His victory was not just a personal achievement, but also a historic moment for the bodybuilding community. Rhoden's win was a testament to his unwavering commitment to the sport and his ability to overcome challenges. Rhoden's victory at Mr. Olympia in 2018 was especially significant, given the level of competition he faced. For years, bodybuilding had been dominated by the likes of Phil Heath, who had won 7 consecutive titles. Rhoden's victory was seen as a changing of the guard, as he defeated Heath in a highly anticipated showdown that brought a new wave of excitement to the bodybuilding world. Rhoden's aesthetic physique, characterized by its symmetry, balance and conditioning, stood out in stark contrast to the more mass-driven approach of many of his contemporaries. In addition to his Mr. Olympia victory, Rhoden had previously earned top finishes in major competitions, including placing as the runner-up in the 2016 and 2017 Mr. Olympia contests. His consistency and ability to peak at the right time, particularly during Olympia weekends, made him a perennial contender for the title. But the 2018 win was the culmination of over a decade of hard work, and it marked the peak of Rhoden's career. His physique was lauded for its proportion and conditioning, which were often compared to the classic bodybuilders of the 1970s and 1980s, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Rhoden was known for his wide shoulders, narrow waist, and beautifully symmetrical physique. Unlike many of his contemporaries who focused on sheer size, Rhoden embodied the principles of symmetry, balance, and aesthetics, which were becoming increasingly valued in the modern bodybuilding era. Rhoden's victory at Mr. Olympia was an emotional moment, not only for him but for his fans, who had followed his journey from the early days of his career. Rhoden's victory was seen as a triumph of perseverance, demonstrating that with enough determination, it was possible to overcome obstacles and achieve greatness. Main achievements and contributions to bodybuilding. Shawn Rhoden's bodybuilding career is defined by several key achievements that helped shape the modern landscape of the sport. His most notable accomplishment, winning the Mr. Olympia title in 2018, will forever be a hallmark of his career. As a result, Rhoden became a role model and source of inspiration for aspiring bodybuilders, especially those who admired the classic style of bodybuilding. In addition to his Mr. Olympia victory, Rhoden's accolades include victories at the IFBB Pro League contests and top finishes in prestigious events, such as the Arnold Classic and New York Pro. Rhoden's contributions to bodybuilding were not just limited to his individual accomplishments. His victory was also a symbolic moment for those who admired the aesthetics-based approach to bodybuilding that he championed. Rhoden's physique was known for its impeccable conditioning and attention to detail. He was widely regarded as one of the best-posed bodybuilders of his era, with each movement and muscle flex executed with precision. His ability to present his physique on stage made him a standout competitor, and his stage presence helped elevate the sport of bodybuilding. Rhoden was also known for his disciplined approach to training and nutrition, maintaining a level of conditioning that few could replicate. His victory in 2018 solidified his place in bodybuilding history, but Rhoden's contributions to the sport extended beyond his achievements. He was a proponent of the importance of symmetry, posing, and overall presentation, encouraging new bodybuilders to focus on aesthetics, rather than simply chasing size. Rhoden's success helped shift the narrative in bodybuilding, highlighting the significance of balance and proportion in the modern era. Challenges in final years in competition. Shawn Rhoden's career was not without its challenges. Despite his success, he faced numerous obstacles, both physical and personal, that at times threatened to derail his progress. Like many bodybuilders, Rhoden battled with injuries and struggled to maintain peak condition while balancing the intense demands of training, competition, and recovery. His decision to prioritize quality over quantity in his physique, focusing on symmetry and aesthetics, rather than sheer size, sometimes put him at odds with other athletes who adopted a more mass-driven approach. In addition to physical challenges, Rhoden also faced personal setbacks that affected his life outside of bodybuilding. After his 2018 Mr. Olympia victory, Rhoden encountered legal issues that temporarily removed him from the competitive bodybuilding scene. These challenges led to his absence from the 2020 Mr. Olympia competition, and many wondered whether he would ever return to the stage. Despite these setbacks, Shawn Rhoden remained a respected figure in the bodybuilding community. He continued to stay connected with his fans through social media and appeared at various events, sharing his experiences and insights with aspiring bodybuilders. Although his competition years were cut short by legal issues and personal challenges, Rhoden's legacy in bodybuilding remained intact.